Oh, g'day. How are you, Jade?
Hey, good. Hey.
Hey. So, welcome to day 4 for the 30-day Shopley Affiliate Challenge, hosted by the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. So, guys, I've got to be honest with you. I am in a severe amount of pain today. I think I've had about an hour's sleep. I've got a lot of back pain going on. But hey, the show must go on. This is what commitment looks like. Yesterday, we talked a lot about the 7 C's, right? And one of those C's was commitment. So, yes, I am committed. I don't think I need to go to a mental asylum yet, but I am in a fair amount of pain. We'll show up anyhow.
Yep.
Jade, let's do quick shout outs and recognition. So, who are we recognizing today?
We are recognizing Zach for his live that he did, Joe and Sweeney, Jan DeConti, Jeanette McCullough. They are on fire. Well done, guys.
Yeah. Very well done. And so I believe Joanne Cameron, you got a couple of leads yesterday. So well done. Things are starting to trickle through. Leads equals to conversations. Conversations equals to sales. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the customer value journey. So just some housekeeping. We're hosting this live in multiple places, but the home group, the community here, is actually in the Facebook group that Jade set up here. So any questions, any support, any celebration, any recognition, let's do it in the Facebook group there. Jade, actually, I'm going to put you on the spot. I know we weren't prepared for this one, but can you just grab the link for the group and drop that into the comments, please?
Was
And
just about
post that
to.
everywhere where we can as well. So let's have the community and the connection and the vibe inside the group. However, why am I hosting this live on my profile too? Well, I looked at the numbers, and the numbers tell the story. And my reach and my engagement and my awareness on my personal profile has like 5x'd overnight by just hosting these challenge videos. And when you see what I'm talking about here with the customer value journey, you'll understand the strategy behind my thinking here. And yeah, just to making sure it's nice and easy to find everything, though, the replays, the support, and everything you need will be hosted in that Facebook group. But please feel free to comment where you need to. I'll be watching everything that I need there and answer any questions as we go. So, good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Joanne. Good morning, Dave. Let us know where you're tuning in from around the world, and let's get this party started. So, thank you very much for joining us. This is day 4 of the 30-day Shopley Affiliate Challenge. Today, we're going to talk about learning how to map our customer value journey. This helps us to attract lifelong buyers and boost affiliate sales and create deeper connections with our audience. It should be called relationship marketing, not affiliate marketing, right? I really feel that this whole journey is about influencing people and winning friends. This helps us to get to the heart of the whole conversation, what marketing really is. It's leadership. It's influencing people along the way. So today we're going to show you a map and basically my 10,000 foot blueprint. So overview here, and you zoom right out from 10,000 feet. Here's the 8 steps to a predictable journey that helps you to turn strangers into raving fans through understanding what this journey looks like. Frustration begins where knowledge ends. It was a statement that I put up on my Facebook post there yesterday. I heard it from someone else. I can't remember who I've heard it from now, but it's so true, right? When we get overwhelmed, when we get confused, when we get frustrated, it's because our knowledge base of where we understand things has ended. So our emotions go high, our intelligence goes low. So the whole idea of this challenge was to educate and empower and equip you all. Excuse me. So let's get into it, shall we? Clarity is power. Action creates momentum. This is where transformation starts. Now, I'm just going to share my screen here and give you a bit of an overview of what I'm talking about when it comes to the customer value journey. And Jade, I'll just confirm, can you see my screen now? Can everybody else see it? Yep, should be good.
Yep. Sure
Awesome.
can.
All right, so this is our secret sauce. It's not so secret. It's out there. Everybody knows about it. It's just one of those things that you need to create some understanding around it, some clarity around it, right? So when I post up 3-4 times a day on social media, you can start to understand why I do what I do. Now, you don't have to go post 3 or 4 times a day on social media. You find what fits for you, for your life, for your schedule, for your capacity, and everything else in between. But we've got to stop trying to do the whole yellow pages style adverts where I put up an ad about, say, Laptop Lifestyle Dad's Academy, or my friends Amanda McCloy's Coach to Success product, or Bronwyn Holmes' Earth Food, or even Shopley itself, right? If I do a yellow pages style ad and that's all I do, then we're trying to rush the whole process, right? This whole journey is, think of it like dating. If I go in for the kiss here at the Excite stage before I've even built any awareness or relationship with you, as I said throughout a couple of videos ago, probably get a slap across the face, right? So this is a bit like dating. We need to slow it down. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples around this, but just surface level right now. When we post on social media, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, or whatever, and we're talking to a complete stranger that nobody knows us, then this is talking about the awareness stage, right? We're drawing people into us to become aware of how we can serve them. It's not about what we can do or what's in it for us, or what is about us. It's about talking about their pain, their struggle, hooks that talk about before versus after, the transformation, the outcome, the impact, the results of what is possible when you go through the product journey, the customer value journey. See, the product is the bridge to the conversation. This is Sucksville. This before state over here. That is Sucksville, where people are just getting started. They don't even know what it is, how you can help them yet. And in 3 seconds or less, we need to show them, yes, we're here for them. This is for them. This is what is possible and how to get started, right? Remember the caveman test I keep talking about? So we've got to be massive awareness. This then leads into the relationship building stage where we get to connect with people and have a heart-to-heart connection. Through the whole thing here, through centuries, through millennia, one thing is true. Jade, I'll just get you to mute yourself, mate. You can hear you typing away in the background. So one thing is true throughout the entire journey of marketing for the last millennia. Nothing has changed, but everything has changed. What has changed? The way we deliver our message has changed. The tools that we use to connect with people has changed. But us humans have not changed. This is heart to heart, human to human marketing. And so we've got to understand the buying psychology around how people interact, around how people engage, around how people take action. And this is what I've been a student of for the last 10, 15 years, is learning how to take people from one step to the next and then go through this customer value journey. So engagement, right? This is where we connect with people and find ways to resonate. A lot of people talk about know, like, and trust, right? I find relate, connect, and resonate much deeper level there in that space, because I know if I can resonate with you, if I know if I can relate with you, if I know I can get that me too factor going, then we've got a connection. Then we can put the pitch, the product, the offer in front of the right people, right? You hear me talk a lot about share and invite, share and invite, share and invite. Well, these two stages here, we're sharing stories that create awareness. We're sharing opportunities and engaging with people in opportunities to engage with people to create that connection point. Now we want to convert traffic to a lead. Basically, in this stage, we want permission to be able to offer something to them. Now, this doesn't have to be an email lead or a Facebook group member, although they're very good tools to help us to nurture our community. I like to even call this the community phase. Subscribe goes to community phase. But this is where people have put their hand up. They've said, yes, me, I would love more information. They're in that discovery phase. They're wanting to get educated. They're wanting to get informed on what it is that you have to offer them. So this is that subscribe stage. They're essentially put their hand up and said, yes, me, I would like more information. They've subscribed. They've given you permission now to market to them. And then this is where the exciting part happens. And any marketing model, especially in the affiliate marketing model here, now we get to warm. Now we're talking to warm people, right? A lot of this is what we call top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel type conversation. So all of this awareness, engagement, subscribe stage is top of the funnel moving into the middle of the funnel. And then we're talking to now people who are warmed up. This is what I call your people here at your buyer's list phase. The ultimate goal of this whole objective is to, in the initial stages, to go build your buyer's list. The reason I was able to get to Mac 1 on Shoply within the first month of recruiting on using the whole Shoply conversation was because I built 2 to 3 years worth of nurturing and engaging and relationships and connections to then put the right product in front of the right people at the right time. And now, so I went through my buyers list. My buyers list is anywhere from about 500 to 700 people at the moment. And so they're the people I reach out to first to be able to get something going and get the traction going, right? Put the right product in front of the right people at the right time. Now, this is normally a convert product. It's normally a tripwire type product. It's a no-brainer type product. It's low risk, high reward. It's low monetary value, cost, but loads and loads of benefits at the other end of it. This is your samples. This is your anything below sort of $100 type sort of product. You see high value, but it's like a no-brainer type conversation, right? And so they buy that product, and if they're not ready to move forward into the next stage, they just stay back here. They just cycle through until they're ready. And so having your customer value journey mapped out like this gives you predictability, because then you can just let the numbers tell the story, and it helps us not to be attached to the end result. What I am attached to is I'm attached to nurturing people through this journey. We have to be attached to something. But I think sometimes we go through this journey, and I've been guilty of this in the past. And when I get deflated, when I get disempowered, when I get disheartened, I find that I'm attached to the wrong things. And then I give up because of what's the point? But if I understand the journey of what I'm taking people through, and I attach to my leadership responsibility and ownership and accountability, like showing up on a 7 o'clock on a Monday morning with severe back pain because I said I would, and be consistent and committed, then now I understand why I do what I do. This is leadership, right? It's influencing people through this journey. Now, here, right, you at this right initial stages, you not necessarily have given me any money to be a part of this 30-day challenge, but you've committed. You've said, all right, I'm going to show up the next 30 days. And I find time and resources probably the most precious resources out there. So you're in my convert stage right now. And this is where now we're delivering on the promise, on the product. Now, what is the product? Well, the product here in this case is the 30-day challenge. But what is the actual that I'm delivering here? What is the thing that excites you? That excites you here is this is where we create clarity. This is where we give you a taste of what transformation looks like, what is possible. This is where we give you hope. This is where we give you joy. This is where we give you love in this space, right? This is the excite phase of the whole conversation. And in this stage, you're starting to either now get results, or you're getting clarity on how to get results. The fog is starting to lift away. And so this is the excitement phase of here of what's possible. And now you're starting to get traction in this space. Now we talk about the ascension ladder. Now, this is where our profit maximizers of any business model lives. This is where our repeat sales live. This is where our upsells live. This is where even our cross sells and our down sells and our bundle offers and our ways to increase our lifetime value of each person in our business, right? So this is now where I would say, okay, for example, bring you into the 30-day challenge, deliver on the promise of the 30-day challenge. And now when you're right timing in the right place, this is where I would say now, okay, right now, if you love what we have to offer here, you want to stay involved in this community, you want to be involved in this long term, then you've got a couple of different options. We've got our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, where you could either pay for the full year up front and save yourself 2 months, or you can pay for a monthly membership of $49 US a month, which is normally valued at $200 a month. But because we love you, because we want to help serve our first 100 people, and we're pioneering in this space as well, and we want to get the word out there, we're now wanting to bring the cost down to $49 a month. So Jade, actually, if you could just drop the link there in the comments for me and post it everywhere for people to come and explore what the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy is all about. And whilst I've got you there, Jade, let's just pull up there for a second. you've been one of my pioneer protege students, and I know you got lovely Marley in the background there, but this is doing the laptop lifestyle. So I thank you for, doing the mum juggle plus being here with me as well. In 30 seconds or less, just explain to the benefit of, being a part of that, starting from the boot camp, moving into our next product and our next product and our next product. What has that done for you and your life and your business?
It created clarity for me. First and foremost, I was in the middle of changing, redeveloping my brand. So I was sort of in that little bit of lost space of where I wanted to be, but it brought so much clarity and gave me direction. And when I learned about the customer value journey, it completely changed everything for me. I understood on how to take people from here to here, and that just changed so much. Yeah.
And so the number one problem that, I've always seen, and now you see because you've been with me for a while now, and the light bulbs went on, right? When you understood the customer value journey, and you see everybody else on social media now trying to do everything in one post, right? It's like the light bulb, the new sense of learning. You don't know what you don't know what you don't know. Now you're passionate about helping me to partner with me and educate the masses to be able to bring that awareness. What has that done for you and your purpose and your intention and the way you show up?
Oh, it's just changed everything. I lead now with more passion, more knowing, right? Just and that understanding of where people are at and meeting them there. And that's the biggest thing.
Meeting them where they're there. Yeah, I love that statement. Meeting them where they're at and meeting them there. Like, this is what the power of the customer value journey has unlocked for just about every student that I've ever walked through, right? And then our job here with our 12-month mentoring program is exactly that. It's just to help you to dial in your own personal customer value journey. This stuff doesn't happen overnight, right? There's a lot of moving pieces into this. And when you start to unpack each stage of that journey, you can start to see, all right, I need an awareness system. I need an engagement system. I need my own lead magnets. This is how we start to create a personal brand, right? I'm never, yes, look, I'm a pioneer for Shopley, show us Jade, but we're not here to build robots of Shopley. We're not here to build corporate positions of Shopley. What we're here to build is personal brands and fundamental foundational businesses that is not reliant on opportunities like network marketing, that they choose to be able to look at, any network marketing company out there that fits their mission, their heart, their goal, and look at products on their shelves. And that's what Shopley is for us here. But it's a great, nice little ecosystem because as a vendor, I get to put my products in front of other people. So let's talk about the final stages there of that customer value journey before we move on. So Jay, just confirm, can you see my screen again?
Yep, it's coming up. Yep.
And everybody else can see it. Brilliant. All right. So what I'm talking about here, right, is now we're talking about the advocacy stage and the promote stage, or we could talk about this as brand. So like testimonials, reviews, case study stage, that's an advocate, right? And then we've got the promote, which is an incentivized affiliate program, brand ambassador program, whatever term that you want to throw out there, right? So you can now start to look at this as from a Shopley point of view, a network marketing opportunity point of view. And you can go, right, well, we're going to create massive awareness. Let's say I'm going to create a health brand. And in this brand, we're going to talk about mental wellness. And in this, we're going to talk about mental wellness to mums who have kids with super abilities. I'm not going to call them disabilities because I think they're super abilities. I think they're superpowers. What I'm talking about is kids with autism, ADHD, the kids that have a little bit of extra touch to them because they're a little bit more than what we are, right? They've got a little bit that extra. And so now we've got our niche defined. We talk about, okay, now let's go talk about the struggles and the pains and the challenges that those type of mums will, my wife being one, will face. And now she could talk to her community and that. Now it's not to create a oh woe is me community. It's not to create a community full of drama, but it's to create a community that relates, connects, and resonates and sees the heart of the conversation to lead people to hope, joy, and love and possibility. So we can then create content that speaks to that heart Then people are going to comment on that because it's got the me too factor going. Yes, me too. That's me. That's me. That's me. Putting the hand up. I can't help myself to be able to be part of that tribe. We then bring them into a community, whether it's a list, whether it's a Facebook group, whether it's just your DMs, wherever you do that. There's many possible ways. But then we then go build relationship with them. And then you could reach out to them and say, hey, and go through your list, right? And you work out your personalized DM script, if you will, or your personalized organic marketing script to speak directly to that heart. And you can say, hey, I just stumbled across this amazing opportunity that allows me to work from home, that's serving great products in the mental wellness space, that helps, our kids sleep better, that helps our kids' emotions be more regulated, and helps us to, create more harmony in the home, which creates more peace and more joy. Hey, I'm curious, would you be open to seeing if these products are a good fit for you? See, that's an invitation, right? I shared a story throughout the whole process and invited you. And then we go through and ask some qualifying questions to get you started, to see if it is a right fit. And then we basically don't be a tool, use the tools, and we talk about putting the right product and the information in front of them. And then all our job is, the hard job is done. We've found the right people. Now we're just going through the easy part here of answering questions and matching up the solution to their challenges, helping them to create clarity and get past confusion, and then making the path so simple that they just have no other option. Well, they have two options. Yep, this is for me. Great, let's get started. Nah, not for me. Thank you very much for showing me. I'm not interested. Right? So that's our job as affiliate marketers, is to make it so simple to take people on that journey, to lead people, to influence people, to compel people to take action. And it's by understanding this customer value journey that'll help you to do just that. Right, to wrap up this conversation here, to give you an example of what we're doing here at the Laptop Lifestyle Dads community. So at the awareness stage, we do things like this: Facebook Lives. We've got our podcast. We run challenges just like this one. Our engagement and subscribe stage, we then, people who are reaching out and commenting. Now, obviously, on our lives at the moment, we've got people who are already at the convert stage. They're commenting, they're engaging. But what that's doing is that's boosting the algorithm and getting the awareness here. And I already see there's a few new likes and people that I have no idea who they are. I've never met them before. I've never talked to them before. But what do you think my next stage is here? My next stage is now to reach out to them, to connect with them, to say, hey, thank you very much for, engaging on X, Y, Z. Hey, I'm curious, where are you at with your affiliate marketing journey? What did you check? Did you watch the whole video? What did you like best? See, I'm asking qualifying questions here, and then I can lead them to our Facebook group. I can lead them to our newsletter. I can lead them to as something that converts them from traffic into leads and becomes part of our community. Then in that journey, I'm going to continue to deliver on this 30-day challenge, other valuable trainings like Teach Me AI with Dave or masterclasses. Jeanette here actually was a perfect example of this conversation. Jeanette McKellar, she's doing now our 12-month mentoring program pack at that stage, but she met me 12 months ago and we stayed in touch. She did a few of my free boot camps 12 months ago. It wasn't the right time for her, whether it was money, whether it was her heart and not ready for it, or whatever reason that she used. It wasn't 12 months ago. It wasn't the right time, but we stayed in touch. We stayed connected. We stayed plugged in. She stayed engaged. We stayed building the relationship. And then at the beginning of this year, she said, Jeff, I'd love to learn more about how to get started with you. See, by just doing the nurturing, the long-term focused relationship and focusing on the mission and the purpose and the intent of why I show up online, is to here to serve, people go through with you on that journey. And that's three options: move forward, stay put until it's the right time, or exit out. So this is where we, things like the 30-day challenge brings people in to our community. Now, it doesn't have to be a 30-day challenge. It could be something as simple as a recipe sheet. Here's my favorite meal. Like I see Sharon Harris here. You've got a book that, in this space. A lead magnet for you could be, here are my top 3 favorite go-to meals, and here's why. And if you'd like to, build your list on that sort of process, you would say, here's a quick landing page. enter your details. Here's the offer, right? So we're converting people and we're delivering on the promise. We're exciting people along the way. We'll unpack a lot of these through this 30-day challenge. We'll get into the microscope of each stage for you. This is a 10,000-foot view, right? And then we've got now relationship. We've got rapport. What is the whole thing that we're working towards? We've got trust and connection. Now I present the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy for ongoing support, for proven systems, for templates galore, for personalized marketing with our ChatGPT Unleashed program. We've got something for everybody, and we get to meet them where they're at. Jade's words, right? We get to meet them where they're at. And then through that whole program, we've got our raving fans now, gone from complete strangers to raving fans. And this is where Shoply is really brilliantly placed, and where you could have it placed for you as if you're a coach, if you're a mentor, if you're a product owner, you can now have the ability to get other people who can be products of your products, who can be ambassadors for you, and go and share their excitement, their story. And what's happening now? They're creating their own awareness cycle, but now they're also expanding my awareness cycle to be able to get out into different circles of influences. And the whole journey starts again through affiliate marketing. This is affiliate marketing 101, right? Now, you don't have to be a course creator. You don't have to be a product owner to be able to tap into the customer value journey. If you can just do the first few stages, right? Awareness, engage, build your community, convert, and excite, then you've got that dialed in. And then as you build your brand, as you build your influence, as you build your identity, then there are different ways you now can serve your community. I see Jo Sweeney is going on this journey, right? She's about to launch her own brand, her own products, her own mission, and that type of thing. So now she'll have different products on her shelf to be able to offer her people. I've been doing this for 16 years. It hasn't taken me 16 years to get here. It only probably took the first 5 years to get here. But then all you do now is just rinse and repeat. You dial it in. You look for different ways to serve your community in a bigger, better, more powerful way. And so that's the customer value journey blueprint. Jade, just check in. Have I missed anything?
No, it's great, right? And I guess one of those things is, probably the personal thing that people get really confused when they jump into different opportunities and have different products and then don't know, they get overwhelmed on where they and how they share it, right? And it's building that personal brand. And it's in those conversations where you're talking to people, seeing where they're at, and actually understanding, well, hey, I've got the right product for you. This is what I can offer you. Can I invite you to looking at this?
I think you just hit the nail on the head there for bright, shiny object syndrome and overwhelm and people looking at this whole conversation around multiple streams of income in the wrong perspective. Some people think multiple streams of income is going to do multiple opportunities, right? And I've never said that. Multiple streams of income is how do you serve your one community, your one place with multiple products, not multiple opportunities. I truly believe that you can't represent out the front end for sure any more than one MLM. You have to plant your flag somewhere, right? But then as let's say MLM for us here is Shoply in that conversation. But as a Shoply ambassador and representative in this whole conversation, this is one of the things I love about Shoply. There are multiple products that we can now start to put in front of people. And this is where the layers of multiple stream comes in, right? So for example, as a Shoply influencer pro, gone all in, I can now bring on people I can bring on other vendors to support this ecosystem. And so can you, Jade. You can bring on other vendors and earn 3% royalties on the global sales. Now, that is a long-term play. You're not going to make $1 million with that play overnight. But let's say now we're early in, we bring all these vendors and, as we're bringing these vendors in 5 years down the road, we've got maybe 100 vendors that we've personally brought in. Those 100 vendors are now doing $10 million a month in revenue through global sales. What's 3% of $10 million? 300,000, right? So now you've got your nest egg growing in that space. And then, you know, we've got the team building, you know, matrix with the community bonus and that sort of thing. As we build the team, as they start selling, as they start recruiting, we've got the residual income that comes from there. But then we've also got the affiliate income streams with all the multiple different products, and that's the fast cash option. See, we've got 3 buckets of cash here just in this one opportunity alone. Fast cash through, I go represent someone's product, I get paid for that, but I need to continue doing that, you know, that momentum, that consistency to keep that cash flow going. But as I'm building, people are going to go, oh, I like this opportunity. I want to get in as a team player. Okay, I'm going to upgrade as an influencer for 199. Beautiful. And hey, if I bring on 3 other people with me to do the same thing, that qualifies me now to upgrade as an influencer pro. Now I qualify to go and bring on other vendors to help build this ecosystem. But then outside of Shoply, you might come across like a product like Unipro, which is going to help serve your team, to help with the lead generation and awareness conversations. Now, Unipro has their own affiliate product model. You can get paid commissions for promoting Unipro to your team. Now, that is another stream of income. Yes, it's affiliate marketing, but it's another product that you can put in front of your people. And now you're starting to get multiple streams of income through multiple products, not multiple opportunities. So I wanted to make that very clear here. And what this customer value journey does for you, as Jade just explained, is it helps take the confusion around the strategy behind it, the deeper stuff, the how to take people on that journey. So that's a very good point there. Thank you for bringing that up, Jade. Appreciate you. Actually, Jade, whilst I've got you, like you do have a lot of wisdom in this space. Is there any other highlight points that you would like to highlight in this customer value journey conversation?
Ooh, good one. I think you've covered it all, and it's really just probably just going over that, just those stages, right? And figuring out what stage you are at, you know, to make sure that you're not going from cold to sold, right? In 30 seconds. And really taking people on that journey. I think that's probably the best thing, and understanding those steps of each stage is probably one of the biggest things that's going to sit and give you those aha moments to actually understand where people are at and how you can help them.
Yeah, great. And I want you to do some action steps for us here now. This is, as I said, this is an accountability challenge as well, an implementation one. I want you to, so Jay, we'll pop up the PDF later on today, and I'll put it in the emails as well. But let's give people the opportunity to print off that customer value journey map, or download it at the very least, and start to, you know, highlight and map out your journey. You know, like, obviously you need to understand your niche and your audience, and this is where we're going with this, guys. But I want you to start with the end in mind. You know, look at the opportunity, whether it's Shoply, whether it's Fix, whether it's Amari, whether it's Dream Trips, whatever it is, right? And start to map out what you think your customer value journey looks like, and what are the missing pieces. Because this is the point of this conversation, is to highlight the gaps, because this brings our focus and our attention to the areas that we need to work on. You know, when we sit down with our done for you clients, what do? We do a customer value journey audit. We're going to look from a customer's point of view. We're going to go, right, okay, this is what you're doing great, but these are all the leaky spots in the pipeline. This is the gaps. This is where we need to focus our attention on, and then let's go fill those gaps. And then as we get the customer value journey dialed in, like we have with ours, Jade, what are we continually doing? We're looking at the numbers to help us to highlight where the gaps still are, to focus our attention, to keep dialing, tweaking, and adjusting. And if there is no gaps, then we're looking at the areas where we can go bigger and better, where we can improve, where we can still dial it in and you know, turn this into a V8 race car. So that is the power of the customer value journey. So let's get into the homework step of that. I want you to map out where you're at. There is no wrong or right. It's just where you're at, and then start to map it out. And then share that with us in the Facebook group there for the Laptop Lifestyle Dads 30-day challenge, and share a screenshot of your customer value journey, and celebrate with us in that space and take action. And then we'll help you to give you some micro coaching. This is where we can start to sort of tweak and adjust and fine tune this process. So, so that's the action steps. So you can now start to see yourself confidently moving through these steps. This isn't just theory. It's exactly what we do every day and how we show up and why we show up. If you're loving this challenge and you want to plug in and go deeper already and start to work out your personalized roadmap, learning how to really dial in and make money online through our Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy, this is your next step. Jade, can you just drop down our 15-minute call link there for people to jump in and have a 15-minute discovery with me? We'll open it up. We'll explore it. We'll see what this is a fit for you, and we'll see how it can work for you. And but at the very least, what I'll be able to do is on that 15-minute call is I'll be able to give you clarity for your own customer value journey. So let's build this together. Let's fast track our results. Now, I'm giving you the opportunity to get on a one-on-one call. Please don't treat that lightly. Even at the very least, if you walk away from that call, you've got more clarity on what your customer value journey has done. That'll be goal achieved. If you wanted to explore what the Laptop Lifestyle Dads Academy looks like, then great. That's an extra bonus. But it's also how we take the handbrake off and how we can go further, faster together. So thank you very much for spending your time with us. We really, really appreciate you. So 3 big don'ts in this whole conversation. Don't skip this customer value journey. Don't skip any of the stages. Remember, no proposals on that first date. No kissing before you've opened your mouth and got to know people, right? Don't skip that. It's very, very important to slow it down, to meet people where they're at, build relationship with them, build friendships with them, and build connection. And the other thing here as we go through this whole challenge is don't copy others, model them. Look at others, what people are doing, and figure out how to make it work for you. We'll help you to start to learn how to use AI in this conversation as we go through. But don't copy others directly, model them, and make it uniquely yours. Tweak it, adjust it, personalize it, and don't delay in action. Those of you who are just sitting back and watching, that's cool. I get it. We've all got different styles of learning. We've all got different styles of, the way we do things. But my heart for you, my encouragement for you is take massive action. It's better to see ignorance on fire and fail forward fast and get through to the other side through learning by your mistakes, because we're either winning or we're learning. And we can only learn through implementation. So, Jade, any other final notes, or is this time to wrap up?
I reckon this is time to wrap up. I reckon, you've made this pretty clear. And if you're not excited about all of this, then you need to come in and join us.
Yeah. Now, I totally understand it. As we've talked about the customer value journey, right? It's all about timing. It's all about where you're at in your journey. But the invitation is there to come join us and go further, faster together. So, legends, let's continue to create confidence. Confidence ignites action. Action brings results. This is your journey. We want to be able to celebrate it for you. So, whenever you start to have wins like Joanne, well done on getting your 2 leads. That is brilliant. That's a huge win as far as I'm concerned. And so whenever you have a win, please share it with us in the group. We want to be able to recognize your greatness. We want to be able to help celebrate and recognize that as a community. Let's leverage this community. Let's make magic happen together. At the very least, for those of us who are already plugged into Shoply, let's share this challenge as an opportunity to build the Shoply community together. And as always, if you're not in Shoply yet and you're not an affiliate, you're not a team player, as an influencer or something like that, and you would like to come join us on this journey, please, please, please make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you into this challenge. And if that's me or Jade, then reach out to us directly and we'll get you set up and get you plugged in. Thank you for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you on day 5 of our 30-day challenge. Can you believe day 5 already, Jade?
This is I know, it's going fast, isn't it?
Sure is. All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.
Guys.